Whoa! I know what you're thinking. This is not Team APS. Of course not. It's Tombox from MST.TV. And I hijacked their channel so I can post my content. Just kidding. We're doing a video swap, so stay tuned. Hey guys, Tombox here from MST.TV. Welcome to Team APS. And today I'm sharing with you guys a top 5 list. Normally I'm a pretty positive person, so, to contrast that, I'm going to share with you my top 5 ways to BM your opponent in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not talking about trash talking them, I'm going to let the cards do the talking. Because, they can choose not to listen to you. I'd rather have them scoop and be salty than to me actually being an asshole. How was my list compiled? Well, first of all, you have to tack in bad cards into your deck to show them who's boss. And nothing's more satisfying than to reveal to your opponent that they were playing under a handicap the entire time. If you do bother trying these methods out, just because you're a more skilled player at your locals or whatever, I'm not responsible for any amount of ass kicking that you may or may not receive after doing it. Alright, let's go. So number 5. Surprise Butt Sex by Little D. Little D was a monster, normal monster, vanilla, that was released in Joey's World's Legendary Collection. And it's a dinosaur level 3 with 1100 attack, I believe. I'm not too sure. You can check the card right here. If you're having a top decking battle and say you top decked a Little D and attacked for a game, that's the Surprise Butt Sex right there. What's actually kind of funny about this method was this was actually not my idea. I actually saw this one being performed at a regional, Seattle regional. The guy was playing Necros. He put 3 Little D's in his deck just to troll with people, just to make people very pissed off. And, well, he was quite successful, except not at the event, obviously. He has 3 freaking dead cards in his entire deck that didn't synergize with anything. Although he could use it for a tribute, so that's kind of good. Number 4. There's one god card that none of us like losing to, and it's not Obelisk. Obelisk is pretty OP, probably the strongest god card in the game, probably, considering he has more protection effects compared to most. That's not the god card I'm talking about. The god card I'm talking about needed another support god card to make it a little more worth playing. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Winged Dragon of Ra. By playing Winged Dragon of Ra, you're literally saying, I can give up my next turn because all you have to do is cowboy me for game and you'll win. But no, you're not going to get that chance because Winged Dragon of Ra is going to beat your ass back to the Stone Age. This was actually a challenge at my locals. Guys at MST TV often have random challenges at our locals, like play a retro deck rather than your usual tier 1. One of the challenges was the God card challenge. The 3 of us had to take one random God card out of the pile, and I apparently got Winged Dragon of Ra. And one of our goals was, against each other, we had to summon the God card to attack for match. If it's not for match, you cannot attack for game. Number 3, Exodia? No, I'm not talking about using Exodia's effect in your hand to get the alternative win condition. I'm actually talking about kicking your opponent's ass with pieces of Exodia. Whether you can bitch slap them. If you're right-handed, you have to use the right arm of Exodia. If you're left-handed, you have to use the left arm of Exodia. Bonus points to you if you can get the full Exodia beatdown. Summon every piece of Exodia. Start it and then kick his ass with each piece and then finish him off with a headbutt. Zidane would be proud. Number 2. Guess what your opponent got for Christmas this year? A game loss. I'm not talking about rule sharking. Rule sharking is totally bad, and that's a different video all entirely. But what does Christmas have to do with anything for that matter? Well, you're gonna give him a Santa Claus and watch him deck out. Especially for decks like Chicken Race, I don't know. Most likely you're not gonna pull off a Chicken Race, but mill decks, Infernoids, Light Sworns, you name it. Watch your opponent's face become very salty as soon as they realize they decked out on your turn because of a card that potentially was supposed to give them a +1. Number 1. And finally, my favorite way to BM my opponent is to grade their performance. There's only 5 cards I can think of that has letters on it, and that's Destiny Board and the rest of the spirit messages. Of course, Destiny Board is the F, so you kind of don't need to run the rest of them. But bonus points if you spell the word fail, and to spell fail, you have to spell N-fail, or Phelan, whichever way you prefer. By getting the entire thing out, you probably could have won already, but it's practically impossible since it blows up on you half the time. The other way to use Destiny Board is to give them their letter grade. Literally, use exchange. But you fail if you give the letter A to them rather than your F. Well, that's my top 5 ways to BM your opponent. I mean, it's pretty easy for someone to just scoop if they see this kind of crap happening to them. If you got any other terrible ways to make your opponent feel bad while only using cards, don't tell them they're a filthy scrub, because that's really mean. Well, what I'm doing is pretty mean too, but you get the idea. Keep it in the game. Leave that in the comments section down below. And of course, I would like to thank Team APS for letting me post this video. I'm normally a pretty nice guy. I don't BM my opponent at all. You know what they say, if you're always a nice guy, deep down you got some pretty dark thoughts happening. I guess this was mine. Of course, you guys, please check out some of MST.TV's video. You can see in here. We do duel videos, we do sketches. Of course, you guys may have already seen a few of our videos already, but you know, you can subscribe to us if you want, and don't forget to subscribe to Team APS if you haven't already. And they'll be posting a video on our channel soon, so you guys can check that out too. And don't forget to hold on to your MST.APS. Okay, this doesn't sound right. I don't know how to sign off for this channel. I'm out.